Bernard Whitman is a Democratic pollster. He worked with Bill Clinton and the founder of Whitman Insight Strategies. Bernard, thanks very much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
So I don't understand, or maybe I do understand, and that's why I'm offended, the reaction against Howard Schultz, who, for the record, I think is a dilettante and a buffoon and not what we need, not endorsing Howard Schultz. But the idea that anybody who might threaten the party needs to be destroyed strikes me as kind of a Stalinist reaction, doesn't it?
Let's call a spade a spade. Howard Schultz has no experience, no platform, no constituency, and no reason for running other than a pure vanity play. If he, as I take him at his word, is really a Democrat, he should toss us out in the Democratic primary process, and I would welcome him and welcome that debate. And I think everyone else would as well. But let's explore why he's not doing that, because there's another guy in there named Michael Bloomberg who has far more experience, who has a demonstrated record of actually creating constituencies and moving agendas forward, who's devoted years and years and years of blood, sweat, tears, and money to progressive causes like climate change, like gun control, who was a mayor for 12 years of the largest and most diverse city in the United States, and he has a lot more money than Howard Schultz. Howard Schultz is scared that Michael Bloomberg would get into the Democratic primary and leave no room for him to operate. That's why.
So in other words, he's just the wrong billionaire? Okay. So let me just say, I don't think there's any doubt.
He's the wrong candidate.
Okay, but I don't think there's any doubt about Howard Schultz's commitment to fashionable progressive politics. He turned his own stores into homeless shelters, so that's like the most authentic thing you can do, I think, to prove your bona fides. You just don't like it because his getting in might hurt the party, and I wonder if voters might think, like, who cares about your dumb party? What are the ideas you're proposing? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, maybe it should be about the issues
totally
and not the party.
So let me explain. I wish the American political system were different, but it's not. Right now, there is no viable room for a third-party candidate to run. I studied this extensively in 2012. Mike Bloomberg studied this extensively in 2016. Ironically, the nation is so divided right now that at this point in time, with President Trump in office, a vote against President Trump needs to go to a candidate that actually has a chance of winning. There is no conceivable place for someone in the middle right now between the two parties. We are so divided that there's actually, ironically, no room left. So get in the process, get with one of the two political parties, put your hat into the ring, let's have an honest debate. The reason why this is so important and Democrats are so upset about it is the future of the country is at stake, the future of the climate, the future of the country, the future of the environment, the future of the economy, the future of undocumented workers.
That's all bogus.
It's not.
I mean, that's
true.
Totally bogus. Look, okay, so you just said, Democrats are upset that Schultz is trying to buy the office, right? He's a billionaire. We don't need more billionaires. No, but hold on. You've heard people attack him as a billionaire, but it would be totally cool if Michael Bloomberg bought the office as long as he was
I don't mind he's a billionaire at all. I think running on a record of business success is perfectly fine, but run in the system that we have. Don't try to spoil the system on a vanity play. There is no conceivable route for him to win.
But people said that about, just to play devil's advocate here, and maybe you're right. I don't think he can win. I agree with you there. But then no one thought Trump could win. Unexpected things can happen. People are deeply dissatisfied with the parties.
You know who thought Trump could win? Anyone who's actually paying attention realized once he had the chance of winning the Republican primary, he has a 50-50 shot at being president. Let's do the math. Just listen to me for one second. Let's do the math. Let's say he runs. Schultz runs as an independent. There are at least 100 electoral votes who would definitely go from liberal states like California, like New York, for the Democrat. There are at least 175, 180 electoral votes that would go from hardcore southern states, right-wing states in the West and the South. That's over 280 votes. There's no room left. That would mean that no one got a majority, no one was able to get a majority in the Electoral College, and that would be passed to the House of Representatives. Does anyone really think that the democratically controlled House of Representatives is going to vote to elect Howard Schultz? There's no math that allows Howard Schultz to become president. So very quickly, I do have one last math question, super quick, since you've worked in politics. The two consultants, well, I know them both, one a Republican, one a Democrat, who convinced poor Howard Schultz to live out his midlife crisis by running for president. How much do you think they're going to walk away with, conservative estimate? You know what? I'm all for business. I hope they walk away with as much money as they possibly can make. And the only real winners are going to be Steve Schmidt and the other...
Bill Burton.
Bill Burton. Yeah. I'm sure they're great guys, and more success to them.
They're rich guys, for sure. That's unbelievable. What a scam this all is. Bernard, thank you very much. Great to see you.
Thanks, Tucker.